Relationship or controlship? This is my journey. Well, I'm not going to talk about my journey specifically, but I do want to talk about leaving controlships. So obviously the opposite of freedom is control, and I think that that is what a controlship is, where you are not free to operate freely, nor is your partner. There is just an immense amount of control within the relationship. You are dictating what they can do, what they can't do, or vice versa. So if you're like me, you are controlling. And that's why you are watching this video, because you want to leave behind that control. Well, it's not the easiest thing, especially when that has just been your mode of operating. And I think that I got this from just growing up and watching my mother being very much in control and thinking that's how you had to be, which she's not really like that anymore, which is interesting. But I kind of got that trait and just really felt like I was safe only when I had like ultimate control. So I released control in my relationship by 1, letting my partner be himself without judgment, 2, giving myself permission to do the same, 3, accepting that control is literally an illusion, and 4, trusting that life is okay exactly as it is. So 1, letting my partner be himself without judgment. So initially in the relationship, which I say this often, I was very controlling, and I wanted my partner to look a certain way, act a certain way, be a certain person. So basically, I was like, you are not okay as you are. I'm gonna change you and make you better. So with that came a lot of judgments. Hair, no, not good. Dress, not good. The way you talk, not good. Where we're going, not good. And yeah, just being very judgmental of who he was as a person. And I had to let him just be who he was, and to just stop judging him and accept him as he is, and realize I am not in control of anyone else except for myself, which gets to that illusion part. But I had to learn he can be who he is, and that doesn't mean that he is whoever he is and I just have to deal with it. That means I allow him to be who he is, judgment free, acceptance all the way, and then I decide, do I want this person in my life or do I not? And that is your choice. And I think that sometimes we get into these relationships and think that I need to make this person into who I was. No, you need to get out of the relationship and find someone that is the person that you like, that you love, that you don't judge, that you accept as they are. 2, I gave myself the same permission. I didn't realize how much I was allowing not necessarily my partner, but other people in my life, whether it be friends or family, society, Instagram likes. All of these things were influencing me and curating me to be a certain type of person, and I was letting all the judgment influence how I looked, how I dressed, how I talked, how I act, where I went. And I had to let that go and give myself permission to just be Kiera. And this took time to figure out what is Kiera, what does Kiera like. And there's been moments where, I just, even for example, my hair, for example, it's been not a long journey, but it's been a journey with my hair. There was one moment where I was always cutting it very short, very neat and clean, and there was just just something inside me was I don't like this. I want to grow my hair out, but I thought that I couldn't grow my hair out because my hair is bad hair, and I feared that if I grew my hair out, then people wouldn't like it. I would get a lot of judgment. I wouldn't get as many compliments. I wouldn't get my pretty privilege anymore. And that was other folks judging me and me taking that in. And I had to release myself out of that and be like, no, I'm growing my hair out and I do not care. And how do I want it to look? Do I want the sides to be full? Do they need to be full? Does it need to be a full afro? Does it need to be natural? Do I want it to be texturized? And that is the fun part, is figuring out who am I and what do I want to look like, and just channeling into yourself and not letting everybody else's judgments of you dictate who you are, how you look, what you should be, how much you should make, what car you should drive. So I think that 1, giving my partner freedom to be who he is and accepting that and not judging him. After I started to do that, well, not even after, I had to start doing that with myself first. And it was easier for me to do that with myself, it was easier for me to do that with him after I was able to do that with myself. So just release all judgments. This is your one life. How do you want to live it? And once you start living your life how you want to live it, it's almost like you're like, why would I even care what somebody else is doing? I have no reason or time or energy to judge anybody else because I have so much time. I'm spending so much time and energy just enjoying and loving my life. 3, control is an illusion. And I say this because I don't think we realize that we are literally on a rock floating in the middle of nowhere. We don't know if this rock is randomly going to explode, if there's going to be nuclear bombs shot somewhere, if we are going to get hit by a car tomorrow, if we're going to even wake up tomorrow, if we're going to be paralyzed from, like there are so many things that are outside of our control. And this world has been shaped to make it seem like we can control a lot of things. Everything outside of me, this is what I believe, everything outside of me is not within my control. That being said, I cannot be in a control ship. I cannot control anybody else. So I had to let go of that and realize this is a facade. This is an illusion that I told myself. I believed that I could control my partner, and I cannot. He's gonna do whatever he wants to do. And that is okay, because I wanna do whatever I wanna do, and I don't want him controlling me. And yeah, just realizing control is an illusion. You do not have control over him, and he does not have control over you. So being in a control ship is literally you just playing mind tricks with yourself. The last one basically kind of sums all this stuff up and puts it in a beautiful little bow, and that is, which I say very often, accepting life exactly as it is. This one is really just like, I always come back to this whenever I get too caught up in the moment, when I'm losing myself, when I'm not mindful, when I'm not being intentional in life. And that is that everything in life is okay. Trust the process. Whatever comes your way is coming your way for a specific reason. It's either teaching you something, it is just something that you should enjoy, something that you should fully experience. It's life. And for me, I've learned to just fall in love with it, the beauty of it, especially being a gay Black man. I feel like I'm in a position where a lot of folks think that I wouldn't be happy. And for me to find liberation and happy and trusting life through the circumstances that a gay Black man is supposed to go through just shows that it doesn't matter what you look like, how you're living, life is beautiful. Life is okay exactly as it is. And if you want better out of life, make efforts to make it better. But in that process, you can still love your life as it is. Like right now, this home, this outfit, this beautiful blue color, the food that I have in the refrigerator, the fact that I can stand up on my own 2 feet, these are the simple things that I am learning to pay more attention to, instead of getting so caught up in, I need this, I want that, and working to make life how I need it to be. Just let go. Let go and trust that you will have everything that you need. It will come to you within time. Your needs will be met. This is one thing that it's somewhere in the Bible, and I can't remember where it's at because I haven't read the Bible in a long time, but it's basically saying do you not think that God, which I no longer use the word God, but do you not think that the universe will provide for you as it does provide for all the birds? Think about that. Birds don't go to a job. They don't work. They just fly around, but they're still alive and they're still eating. They're still being taken care of. Just like the universe takes care of these animals, and they have the instincts they have to survive, we have the same instincts. Life is going to work out. It is going to be okay. Will it be tough? Yeah, it's going to be tough. Will you make it through those tough times? Yes, you will make it through those tough times. And you will heal. You will do better. You'll find and attract the people that you need in your life to help you move forward, to help you grow. Even you watching this video, I hope you find the connection and the authenticity and the love that is coming from me, and it pours over into you. You needed to hear these words in this exact time for this exact season that you're going through. You attracted this to you by being positive, open, and seeking. It comes to you when you are open, positive, and seeking. And I just kind of thought about that, even through my own journey. I've had moments where I was just in the darkness and just what am I doing? What am I doing? Where am I going? What is the point? Why are we even here? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. And even in those moments, I needed to be there, because the questions that I asked myself helped me to be well, not everything completely doesn't matter. There are things that you care about. There are things that you want to achieve, that you do want to aspire to accomplish. And just accepting that even those thoughts are pushing you somewhere else. And yeah, life as it is okay. You will receive what you need when you need it. And just trusting the process. And when you learn how to just trust life, you release control. So I'm very curious to know in the comments below if you are in a controlship, if you are a very controlled person and or you are dating and you are looking into being in a monogamous relationship, but you're like, how can I trust somebody? How can I not control and see what he's doing and go through his phone and things like that? In your experience, how has this made you feel? Does being in control actually make you feel better, or does it produce more anxiety and make you want to control more? And if you were a very controlling person and you aren't anymore, what was the straw that broke the camel's back? What changed your perspective? What stopped you from being so controlling? Very eager to talk to you all in the comments below, as this is something that I personally still am working on. And on that note, remember to be the change that you wish to see today. Take care.